Oh, hello there. Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Joe Reynolds. It's the weekend. Oh, yes, when the real me comes alive. We are going to have so much fun fun this week. We're already having so much fun here in the studio, honestly. There's quite the atmosphere here this morning. I think, do you know what it is? I think there's a lot of buzz and a lot of excitement because a very special lady is back in the building. Debbie Fisher is here with me. How are you, Debbie?
Joe, you're just always too nice to me. That's your trouble. We're having lots of fun in the studio today, so welcome to Saturday. It's fabulous to be here and we've got loads to show you.
Oh, we have indeed. There's so much coming up. 2 great shows coming your way this Super Saturday, which is awesome. Loads of great deals. Lots of you been shopping ahead as well before the show, which is awesome. I'll tell you what, Debbie, do you fancy just, whetting our appetite a little bit before we get into the deals?
Yeah, absolutely. I've got some really beautiful samples. Now, what today is all about is having a bit of a masterclass on Christmas. So going through all those Christmas cards, being able to simplify them, having really great things that you can make using all the Christmas die and stamps. These are one of my all-time favourite. I love the fact that we've got those beautiful stamps in the background that we can create, and then we've got that lovely stamp, that really powerful Christmas sentiment on there. We've got another one here, so I'm just going to run through just a few samples that we've got. This one is gorgeous. If you like building up, if you like a 3D effect, if you like having that sort of diorama sort of shape into your cards, you're going to be able to use all this build a scene, create a card die. It really is one of those dies that is so usable and actually could go all year round because really is that old-fashioned horse and cart, those houses. It's great for men's birthday cards as well. Really nice one. And then shake a card. We love these sort of cards, don't we? The shaker window just looks really cool. And then we're going to be doing a little bit of embossing folders just before we get onto our embossing folders this afternoon for our next shows, but we are going to be showing some different techniques using all these embossing folders.
Oh, how fabulous. It's going to be a wonderful Christmas masterclass. I want to know what you're up to. It's the weekend, Saturday morning. Oh, it's not actually Saturday morning, is it? It's Saturday morning where you are. It's Saturday afternoon here. If you're not at workload, Debbie, what are you up to on a Saturday morning? How does your Saturday morning normally look?
Shopping, housework,
nice.
Playing with the granddaughters. So yeah, just lots of different things that you can do at the weekend, and family time.
Absolutely, yeah. Newspapers and a nice cooked breakfast on a Saturday morning. I think it's in. What are you up to with your Saturday? Let me know in the comments. I am across on Facebook, on the Crafters TV Facebook page. You can chat along with me in the comments there. On YouTube as well, pop your comments in there and we'll have a nice old gossip. I see loads of you saying hello already this morning. Anne from Australia is saying hi. Got Ray in Tennessee, Kay in California, Tammy's in, Mariah, Susan, Kelly, Ohio, Kelly. Loads of you chatting away and saying hi. So let's dive in and let's have a look at what we've got coming up on the show, because a lot of you have been shopping ahead actually. It's been very, very busy online. We're going to look firstly at our builder characters. So the first set we've got here for you is our Festive Robin collection. Now these are awesome because they build up these beautiful characters that you've got. So in this one you've got the Robin, you've got the Santa, you've got the deer, and you've got also the snowman in here as well. $23.98, $33.90 if you want to grab these. 10% of the stock here already gone on this collection. It's very busy. It's a half price deal as well. So you're paying for 2 and we are sending you 2 totally free of charge, which is absolutely awesome. Right, I just want to quickly run you through the characters that you're getting in here, just so you can see how these build up. So what you've got here is, this is what you're working towards. So this cute little character that you've got just there, that one's your Santa. You've then got your deer there as well. I love It's quite sassy, isn't it, the deer? The robin, which is in there too. Again, all of the dies, of course, cut all the individual elements, and then you've also got the snowman in there. So that's the first collection. We've also got another collection for you as well. Now, this collection, in here, you're going to get the penguin, which is that little chappy just there. You're also going to get the polar bears. Now, no reason why it couldn't be a brown bear, this one, as well, depending on the colourways that you're using. You're also then going to get, as well, the Christmas elf, and finally, the angel blessings as well. $23.98 or $33.90. It's a half price deal. There's no reason why you can't go for both. I can see that you guys are multi-ordering and going for both of those, which is a great way to go. We've also got got for you on the show as well, the floral sentiments, and these are just beautiful because there's so many different sort of styles of project that you're able to create with these. I'll take you through. What you've got is you've got 6 words in here, and then you've also got all the embellishing stamps that you need to go with them as well. So you've got your festive foliage, your winter wonderland, and your festive decorations, and then you've got your Christmas, your Noel, your snow, your merry, your jolly, and your joy as well. They are all there for you, and they make the most gorgeous finished cards here, as you can see. So you can play around. Now you can obviously stamp up and make your own backgrounds with these if you wish. This one is done with a beautiful bauble here. This one looking a little bit more traditional. So this is the Noel that you can see just there, and again using all of those stamps to create something wonderful. The snow is the other one you've got. I really love that. Really great inky background. If you want a great deal actually on water reactive ink pads, you'll need to join myself and Debbie for the later Craft House show as well. A gorgeous shaker card. I think this is one of my favourite cards on the show today. It really is beautiful. Then you've also got the jolly, and then also think about using smaller projects as well. You've also got joy here too. So you get all of those, £47 or $60 if you want to get your hands on those, which is awesome. You got a great saving there as well. Now something else on the show, and I mean, I just couldn't believe the price of this. It should be $29.99 this in the UK, $39.95 in the US. However, for this show it's £8.99 or $11.98. I'm going to level with you. A lot of you have already found this online. 10% of the stock is gone, but we don't have as many as we would like of this. I think at this price, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Just pop it into your basket with whatever you are going for. You've got 14 metal dies in there, and it makes these gorgeous Christmas scenes that you can see here. So you can really make great concepts with these. Really wonderful 3D layered cards that it makes. Absolutely beautiful. Debbie's going to show us as well as we go throughout this show how you can incorporate these into some other projects that you might be using too. There's a lot of stuff on this show, so I would urge you, as I always do, to get over to the website and also check out everything that is over there. Here we also have the shaker card stamp and die collection for you. So in here you've got the Christmas window, and you've also got Celebrate the Season in there as well. They're half price, normally $14.99 or $19.95 each. However, today you get both of them for that price. We've got some fabulous festive embossing folders on the show for you too. These are great. You've got 4 of our word dies. You've also got the holly frame, and you've got the mistletoe in there as well. $17.47 or $24.87. That's again a half price deal. This is a masterclass, but I'm telling you, the pricing is more like cartload pricing. It is absolutely fantastic. We've got a great adhesive bundle that's been so busy as well this week here on Crafters TV. It's basically like all of the main adhesives that you're going to need, because you've got your chunky glue, your tacky glue, you've got the multi-purpose, and you've got both of the tape pens. You've got the extra strong one, and you've also got the dotty one in there as well, which is awesome. Right, loads of you chatting away. Everyone's in a very chatty mood this morning. Tracy's saying good morning, my crafty friends. Susan saying good morning as well. Robbie saying hi, Debbie. Mary says, Debbie, you were missed. Hello, Joe. Joe sat waiting for a yodel delivery as well. Tony says that Victorian card is on my list this year. Can't wait to see how you do it. Well, Tony, make sure you snap it up whilst it's on such a fabulous deal. Snooze you lose. Yoel Sonia says today is crafting for me because I've been sick, unable to do much crafting, but today I am catching up. I'm glad to hear it, Sonia. And finally, Laurie says I'll be crafting today, watching both shows, obviously. Then we'll watch some replays of the shows I've missed. If you want to send us any pictures of what you've been up to, what you've been crafting, we love seeing them, and you can email them to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. That's where you need to send them into. Very busy though on that Robin, already 10% gone just on the preview alone. And these are super fun, these, Debbie, aren't they? And I'd imagine there's lots of different ways in which you can use them.
Yeah, so many different ways. What I love about them, Joe, is if you, let's say you have children and over the Christmas holidays, you want them to create these amazing cards for their grandparents, for their school friends. These are like, do you remember years ago, you used to get those magazines where you could pop out the pieces and dress the images. You dressed like these little cutout dolls. You could do that with these as well. So they could build their own little character, and all you've got to do, and colour them in. So I am going to show you, I've got my boards here, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of, I know Joe showed you the bigger boards, but really the sentiments that you get with them as well. So you get all the stamp sets to go with the sentiments, as well as that Build-A-Deer, which is really, really cute. So I'm just going to show you a few of these, and then we're going to get straight into a demo. And what I really wanted to show you was how you can make these not using any colours, and you can colour them in yourself. So that is definitely something that the kids can do. So we've got the robins there. Robins appear when loved ones are near. I mean, they're just really nice, usable sentiments, make you feel quite good about Christmas and what you're creating. So yeah, another one there with our penguin, and then we've got our elf. I love the elf, she looks so cute. Then we've got our lovely polar bear, and Joe's right, I'd never thought about that, but you could have a little brown bear there, or a teddy bear you could make that into if you put his ears at the top of his head. There's lots of different ways that you can use them. And then the angel, which is our last one. So and again, you can theme that in whatever colours you want them themed in. So really, really great way. So I am going to show you some samples, but I think let's get straight onto a demo and show you exactly what we can do. So I've just got myself some white card, got a piece of white card, I've got my dies and my stamps, and we're just going to lay all these on to cut them. So all these different pieces are just a great way of cutting them all out.
Everyone's in a very chatty mood this morning, Debbie, which we absolutely love.
Yes.
Laurie's saying, I'll be crafting today, watching both shows. Andrew's saying, I'm having a lovely lazy day, watching you on my mobile, sat in the garden. How fabulous. And Nora says she's having coffee and brownies watching us. Delicious.
You know why I'm laughing, don't you, Joe?
I've no idea, Debbie.
So before we come on, we were saying how fun it's been this morning, because we've been on about desserts, because Joe has kindly offered to cook dinner tonight. So we're gonna have a dessert as well. So Joe was asking me what I like to eat for my dessert, and I like trifle, but our director Daniel
doesn't like trifle. Won't entertain the idea of trifle. Says no. Says he's gonna go to Burger King if we get a trifle. Is what he said.
And what reminded me was someone liked a brownie. They were having a brownie, and actually that was what Daniel wanted.
Nora,
was a brownie.
and do you know what, Nora? Let us know where you are. Maybe Daniel could come to yours for dinner tonight, whilst me and Debbie have trifle at the house. Let us know, Nora, where you are in the comments. I mean, he's willing to travel.
Isn't it funny? I'm going to have my trifle tonight, Joe.
You really will. You will get your trifle and you'll have your trifle and eat it, Debbie.
Absolutely.
Maureen sat in her craft shed making 2 Gemini picnic boxes for first birthday. How awesome is that? Who else is chatting away here? Mary says that today's the second day of a 3-day virtual crafting retreat. It's so much fun. I laughed so hard I was crying, and I managed to create some pretty things. Well, that's pretty good going, isn't it, Mary? And Hey Brailsy says, Debbie, your hair looks lovely. Hi from sunny Liverpool.
Aww, I always get lovely comments about my hair, and I really don't do anything to it.
You wash it, I hope.
I wash it.
Oh, good. Just checking.
I wash it. I have my roots down, and that's about it.
It does look gorgeous. It's very glossy and shiny. I think that's why you get lots of compliments.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you very much. So I'm quite lucky because it's very just easy upkeep. I literally just brush it straight in it, and it's done. Right, okay, let's get back to building up our character. So what I am going to do is just bring in a piece of card and pop my die cuts on there, because what I want to do now is colour them in. So I've got a bit of a mixture. So I've got some, what I am going to do is use my red Classique pen, and I did want to use my sparkle, but I haven't got a sparkle pen that is going to in red. So what I'm using is my red Classique. So I'm just going to colour, and in fact I'm going to use my big nib. And we're just going to colour, just going to put where his cuffs are there. And because we've got that lovely big nib, we can just colour over. So this is a really nice way of letting the kids help you with their cards. You can help them with the cards that they are doing by colouring them.
We don't normally think about using them like this, do we, the Classiques? As well, I normally talk a lot about shading and stuff, but yeah, adding colours all over something, great idea.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I am going to do, Joe, because I think Christmas deserves a bit of sparkle, and I know how much you like sparkle. So I am actually using my, well, that's weird, that's never happened before. Okay. I'm actually using my clear sparkle. So it means I can use my Classiques, and then I can go over the top and it won't irritate that colour, it won't fade it, it won't make it any different, but what it will do is it will add a beautiful sparkle over the top. So if you haven't got any, I mean, the sparkle pens are on the show today, absolutely treat yourself. I don't know if we can, yeah, we can pick that sparkle up. Look at the sparkle in there, Joe. It looks beautiful, and you're just adding that extra dimension onto Santa's outfit there.
Beautiful. If you want those sparkle pens, I believe they're going to be in the later show today in Craft House. We'll have a very special guest joining us later as well. Deb, have you done a Craft House show yet?
Well, actually, we've done a Craft House from my house.
We did,
so,
of
yeah,
course.
So I was the guest on Craft House.
You were, with me, one of the first ever ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly, which was great. So now I can't actually wait to meet Alison, because it's going to be amazing that she's tuning in to us and gets to be on the show that we're on today. So yeah, it'd be fantastic.
Stephen Lee Guy, this is the comment of the day so far, Debbie. Stephen Lee Guy says, Debbie reminds me of a young Olivia Newton-John.
Oh,
yes, you're the one that I want, Debbie.
I will take that. I don't mind being a young Olivia Newton-John, so because she still looks good at her age, doesn't she?
She does indeed. Nora with the brownies is in Florence, Arizona, Daniel. So it's quite a way. I'm not sure you'll get there and back for the show tomorrow. So maybe next time. And Susan says, yum, the food talk has started already. Trifle. I could have trifle for breakfast.
Oh, me too. Absolutely love trifle. So I've just showed you a little bit of colouring, but I have bought some bits in which I've put through my Xyron machine. So you can see I've done all my lovely glittering on my Santa's outfit. I've got the beard. So all these elements are cut up. And then you also get this little string of lights, which I absolutely adore. And I've just coloured them, each of them in a different sparkle pen. So just building those up. So what I am going to do now, I'm going to just put them to the side because I'm going to make our card. Now, what I really wanted to do was make a background, because the stamps that we got are just really usable to make that entire card. So I've got my first set there. I'm going to bring in my stamping platform and my stamping mat and stamping platform. And then what I'm going to do is grab my inks and the stamps. There they are. Now, because we've got this lovely ho ho ho, ho 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 is Santa written all over, isn't it? It's,
do you know what ho 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 is in French, Debbie?
I don't know, Joe. Tell me.
It is ho ho ho. And in German and in Spanish. I found this out the other day. It's universal. Do you know one of the only words that's the same in every single language?
Is it baby?
No.
Oh, because I know baby is the same in Germany as well.
Oh,
so,
is it?
Yeah, German baby is the same as baby in English. Yeah.
Taxi is the one word apparently that is the same in every single language.
And is it taxi or cab?
It's a taxi in my book.
Taxi.
Yeah. If it's a cab, would it be like taxi cab?
Well, it is a taxi cab, isn't it? Yeah.
But apparently, no matter wherever you are in the world, taxi is the same in every single language. I don't. You'll sleep tonight. What a time to be alive with facts like this, eh, Debbie?
Oh yeah, that's what I come here for. It's what I live for, Joe. Is your knowledge. I do love it when I come up here, Joe. I love everybody that joins us, especially on a weekend, because we know how busy you are. And I just love meeting up with all my work colleagues, which I'm so proud to call my friends. So
and if your ears were burning, it's probably because, Debbie's here. We have a good old natter, don't we, Debbie? When she gets here. We have a proper good old gossip. Get some takeaway.
Absolutely.
We get a bottle of wine. We have dinner as well, which is, usually just a reheated lasagna, which is all right for some, Debbie. And we all have a lovely time, don't we?
I love a reheated lasagna.
Me too.
Yeah. With some salad. With some salad.
And some garlic bread. Anyway, I feel like I'm just teasing myself, so I'm going to be so hungry by the time we get to the end of this show. Very busy already on the Robin. As I said, over 10% of the stock's gone on the Robin collection, which is on your screen at the moment. We don't have anywhere near enough of them, so if you want it and you've been waiting for it, this is definitely the deal to snap it up on, because you're buying two and you're getting two totally free of charge. So you're spending $23.98 or $33.90. That is also what you're saving, $23.98 or $33.90. Even when it's it's a half price deal like this, you can still use your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. So let's have a think about this. Club Inspired Platinum members would get another £2.80, £4.80 almost off of this. Club Inspired Platinum members in the US would get almost another, what would they get? They'd get another £6.70 off of this. So really, really great deal when you're using your Club Inspired discount as well. And these are going to be great. And guess what? Cards are great with these. Things like tags maybe as well with these, do you think, Debbie?
Tags would be perfect. In fact, I think they would all lend themselves to being on tags. So yeah, really great fun. They'd just be fun for anything you do. You could do wall art for Christmas, couldn't you, with them, which would look really fab. Just so many different things that you can do. I think if you just love being crafty and putting things together, they are for you. And if you have children, grandchildren, especially if you want to craft with your grandchildren, they are gonna adore these. So what I am going to do, Joe, is I'm just building up all my image here, and then we're going to do a bit of stamping. So you can see I've made that background. I've used just one of our edgeable dies just to give something else to the card. So you can use any edgeable dies that you've got in your stash. And then we're going to build our Santa Claus up. But firstly, I'm just going to stamp our sentiment, because where we cut out the Santa Claus here, I'm going to just use Santa, and we're going to pop that. Got the little kiss there. We're going to pop this just on the side. I've stuck it through my Xyron. Let's pop it there, and we'll put Santa, and then all these sentiments. There's different ones here. So you've either got Dear Santa, Ho 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 Santa, but you've got Santa was here. Love that. So we're just going to pop this on here. Let's find my stamping mat again.
Great that you're getting just the die cut sentiments and stamped sentiments as well as the actual characters themselves, which for that price is amazing, isn't it? So not just making the character, making a full project with this, Debbie.
Oh, totally, yeah. And actually, I don't think there's nothing better than getting sentiments with something, because it's all very well having nice characters to build up, but we want the sentiments to go with it to really perform and make that card a wow factor.
Well, Diane's asking what cardstock you're using, Debbie.
I'm using a 300 GSM, and it's our stamping cardstock.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's the best. It's just the best thing. It's the cardstock I use all the time. What's great about it is the fact even if you was to use sort of your watercoloured, you can get away with that on this cardstock as well. It's got a really good tooth to it. So we're going to put Santa was here on the front, and then we're going to use that little kiss that we've got. Just
details on the bottom for the stamping card there as well if you want to grab it. You get 4 and £30. What a great time to stock up, Debbie.
Yeah, great. And that is the best cardstock I've ever come across. And I've been through quite a lot of cardstocks in my time. Right, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to pop my Santa on to start with, so his body, and then we're going to start building up. So we've got his beard. And this is what I love. Once you've got all your elements, you just pop them all into place. So
if you weren't Xyroning these, how would you be sticking them together, Debbie?
Do you know, I'm not sure of the actual, if they're in the offer, but I'm just going to grab them, Joe. We have, and I'm pretty sure we might have them, is the dotty tape pens. So the dotty tape pens have got they're called dotty tape pens. These are great for any of your small sentiments, for anything you're building up. So they are a great one. So I'd like to think they're in the adhesive collection.
They are indeed. Details along the bottom of the screen.
Amazing.
I'll show you that adhesive collection at the end of this demonstration, actually.
And I tell you what I do, Joe, just for a second, let me bring in a piece of card, because now I know that they're on there, I will show them. But so small sentiments like this, we've got that Santa. That's really hard to get glue onto that. It would be quite fiddly, it would come through. If you use a wet glue, it would cover the red. So these dotty tape pens, what they're for, if you pop this across, if I just go like that across there, the dotty tape, I don't think we'd be able to pick it up at all, but if I sort of wiggle it, can you see there's sort of a shine on there? They're tiny little dots, and what they do is they only affix to where they're needed. The rest go through, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's little dots on here because they don't go anywhere but where they're needed. So this is amazing, because that then gives you really a complete stuck sentiment. They really are the tape pens of my choice, especially the small die cuts. So we've got a funny looking Santa going on here. So I think what we've got missing is his moustache. Let's just check we're going to put him the right way. Let's pop him on there. There we go. He's starting to really look like Santa. Then we've got his belt. And let's just pop that underneath. I've put that on and I should have popped that under there. There we go.
Oh, he's really coming together now.
Yeah, see, he does. Really starts to all pull together, and you even got the belt. So popping that in, and then we've got his boots left. Where are his boots? I've lost his boots, Joe. Oh no,
he's going to get really cold feet.
We've lost Santa's boots. Where have they gone? I'm sure we will find them, but for now we're just going to pop.
We could let him borrow Debbie's unicorn slippers from the house, maybe. He could wear them instead.
That's Debbie Robinson. I don't have unicorn slippers.
I love her unicorn slippers. I know. I was tempted to pop them on and have a run around the house in them the other night, but I know she wouldn't appreciate it, Debbie, so it's fine.
Absolutely. She loves her unicorn slippers and they're very comfy. So, but there you go, Joe. So I'm just bringing my next one in and you've just got a really nice design there. So let's show a few more samples so you can see some of the different ones that we've got, because they are so super cute. You're going to love them. So the penguin, one of my favourites. My eldest daughter loves penguins. They're her favourite animal. They are just amazing. I mean, look how cute that penguin looks. And then if I bring this one in just on the top, look how different they look. Now, googly eyes have been put on this, Joe. You've got to love googly eyes, haven't you? And two completely different looking penguins. And then I'm going to bring in another one. So all of these you can make look amazing. How about this for a set of twins at Christmas time? How cute does that look? You might have new babies that are in there. You could have loads. Yeah, you can have an absolute group of penguins.
What's a collective word for penguins called? Do we know?
A rookery.
A rookery of penguins. There you go.
A rookery.
Or if they're in the water, it's a raft, apparently.
I bet you can't sit on them.
No, don't sit on penguins. Not good for them.
Don't sit on penguins, no. Might get in trouble for that. So we've got the little polar bear there. But look how cute. You can use the googly eyes on there again. All the stamps that are in the set. Look, I mean, look at that one. Just looks so cute. I don't know why, but that one reminds me of Sarah. Maybe it's the eyelashes. Yeah, so, right. So let's go. We've got an elf one here. Just looking, they're just amazing. And these ones have done just back to front. So it's exactly the same dies, but they're just done in two very different ways. So lots of different ways that you can do them. Let me just see if I can grab some more quick samples for you. The Santa, always probably the most popular one. So he looks like he's parachuting down there, doesn't he?
He does, doesn't he?
So yeah, and different ways. I mean, because I think originally wasn't St. Nicholas green as well? I don't know.
It was originally, apparently, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you can. It's great because you can do them in traditional colours, the colours that you like. You're definitely right about that, dear. She is very sassy.
So sass, so much sass.
Yeah, absolutely. But just create these in all different ways and how you want to do them. They're just going to look amazing, and build them up into. And actually, what we haven't got here is using two different sorts together. I mean, there's no reason why you can't have a Santa and his reindeer on the same card, and your snowman with a penguin. I mean, they're just, yeah, mix and match them up. I've just thought about that. I thought none of them have got different characters on them, but definitely use them and just have some fun.
Absolutely. Right, I want to quickly run you through the configurations that you've got. So remember, they're half price. And if you're thinking, you know, I do want something, but I don't want to break the bank, this could be it, because you've got 4 great concept dice here. So the first option, you're going to receive Santa. You're going to receive that sassy deer that we were talking about. The robin is going to be in there. And you're also going to get the snowman in there too. So that is the first option. There is a second option for you as well. The robin is the busiest option at the moment. I know we don't have as many of the robin as we do have of option 2. So if you want the robin, the first one, you need to be quick. I do feel like we need a modesty panel for this one just here. I feel like she's looking a little bit bare there. You've got the angel here. You've then got the penguin in there. You're also going to get the bear. And you're going to get as well the elf in there as well, which is awesome. $23.98 or $33.90 for each of them. You're saving exactly that as well, because they are a half price deal. We've got the adhesive bundle on the show for you as well. This has been so busy over the last few days. So you're going to get The all-purpose, which is this one just here, which is gorgeous. That's going to be for all of your sort of day-to-day use, I guess. You've got your tacky then as well. Now the tacky is awesome for if you're using coated cardstocks, which is brilliant. You're then going to get the chunky glue, which is a 3D glue gel, which is awesome when you need to add dimension to your project. So it's like a silicone glue, but it doesn't have that sort of odour to it. And then the 2 tape pens. This is the one that Debbie was talking about a second ago, that dotty one, which just gives you the glue where you need it. And then you get the extra strong one as well. You get all 5 elements there for that fabulous price that you can see. It's been very, very busy on that. $17.50 or $29 if you want to get that. You're saving a fifth there, which is awesome. Now, we also have, it's the deal of the show. It really is. I know so many of you had gone for this before we came live today, and it's easy to understand because it's £9. You're saving yourself. You're saving more than double what you're spending here. So in the UK, $29.99. In the US, it should be $39.95. You've got this massive A4 die set for that price of $8.99 or $11.98. You're going to get full instructions on the back of here as well about how you put all of these different card types together. Now, you can use it as a concept, absolutely you can, but you can also just use the dies in here as embellishing dies if you want to. And Debbie's going to take us through that and how that works as we go through the show. And these are the great concept cards that you're going to be able to make. They are awesome. They are mantelpiece pleasers, aren't they, these? They really are. And the great thing is that they're quite simple to put together. Now, 10% of the stock has gone. It's really busy already. I can see you've already jumped to the website for this. If you want to get your orders in with this, which would be a great idea, then sit back and relax. You can do that, or you can watch and shop at the same time by heading over to our website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com or .eu, and click shop the show, and you'll see it there. But an amazing saving on this. Amazing saving on this, considering like it's prime Christmas making time, Debbie. Normally you get great deals on Christmas stuff in like January, don't you? You know, the precise time you don't need them, but this is the right time to be making these.
I actually think it's wrong, Joe. I don't think that price is right. I don't think we can charge £9 for this die. It's incredible value. There is so much that you get for it. We're just going to be running through just a couple of samples and then showing you just how well they cut and the sort of things that they do. But there is so much you can do with these. If you don't like colouring, you can just cut this out of coloured cardstock and it will look just as fabulous. If I put my hand down there, you can see it's like a 3D layering card, and there's different layers. Can you see? So putting it down there, we've got that first layer. This doesn't have a cutting edge along the bottom, so when you cut it in, it stays in that card. And then your next layer, you can then build them up. We've got these side layers just here with the houses. It just looks incredible. Popping them into different types and structures of cards looks amazing, and it just gives, I mean, that really does give that focal point of something really in the background, the foreground, the forefront. It just looks beautiful, and you're going to be able to do so much with it. What about just using it in a monochromatic way and just having all those same colours? I mean, look, that looks very Victorian and very elegant. I absolutely love that one. Just a really nice way to do them. So let's just have a look at the dies and what you're getting. You are getting this really, really big amount of dies on here. So you can see all these different corner dies that you've got. You've then got your creator card, the edge, which will go all the way round and show the lamppost. You've got that beautiful horse and cart on the side. That is just going to last you all year round. They're just really nice dies, and they've got all those little elements that make it a really good creator card set. So like the little pillar box here, I mean, that's something that's going to look great on anything. You've got bows to add your definition. You've actually got snow that you can have hanging off the houses. So all those tiny elements are going to make it really something that you can get your teeth into and be very creative. And that's what I love about this, is a creative set. So first of all, we're going to just take our outer cutting die, and I've just got a piece of white card. Now I'm just going to demo this onto black and white so you can just see how they layer up and how easy they are to put together and how just nice they look. If you like to have a play, if you like to play with dies and create different things and be able to pop them into something that you've created from scratch, this is definitely the die to go for. I think the fact that it's $8.99. That's incredible value.
It's a not, you so don't need to think about it price, isn't it really, for that? You're considering the concept that it's going to make. I mean, if you, especially if you're making sell, Debbie, I mean, you don't need to make a couple of these and you're going to get your money back with this, which is awesome.
Totally, yes, totally. And that's exactly what you want to do, isn't it? Because you can make and sell these. I'm just going to grab myself a piece of coloured card so you can really see the detail in this. Let's get this nice. I've got a nice green. Oh, I've got a book under here. Let me just grab a page from there. And then we will just pop that on and you can see. But look at this detail. And how well it's all come out. So you've got the lamppost here, you've got all this swirly detail, which looks incredible. So that's our first layer. Then I'm just going to bring in some black card and we're going to start to just layer up. So if I bring in that horse and cart to show you, and I think we'll also cut some of these side panels. So let me just grab a white piece and a black piece for the horse and cart. Now you can do this in any colourway that you want, so anything's going to work. Now this bottom edge doesn't have a cutout detail, so if I was to pop this right at the top here, this is the panel that I would have underneath it. If I just wanted a thin strip, so let's say we want it to go across the bottom, I can then pop it to the side and we can just use a thin strip there, which is what I'm going to do. And then just going to take some double-sided tape just to hold that into place. So while that's there, I'm going to also, oh, I thought that was going to be big enough and it's not, so we won't pop that in. Let's pop the little, in fact, let's do it as a row. So we'll put this one next to it, so it looks like we've got the house and the horse.
Awesome. And full instructions, I'm right in thinking of this one, Debbie?
Yeah, in fact, if I bring this in on the back, it actually tells you, so it's actually got the instructions as well, Joe, to make a card, and tells you step by step what size your card needs to be, how you can do it. So you're creating a diorama card. It explains everything that you're getting here. So yeah, it's fabulous. The fact that you're getting all those instructions to know exactly what you do. There's nothing worse, and it's the one thing that I love about working for Crafters Companion, is the education. We don't just go away, we're there. The team is there to help you through everything. So when you buy something, you haven't got to worry that you're the only person that knows what you're doing or has forgotten what you're doing, and you just maybe need to look back. That's the great thing with these shows, because they're on our craft channel, so Crafters TV, for as long as you want to keep looking at them for.
Absolutely, and that's a great point. And also, we don't charge you for any inspiration as well, which is wonderful. All the education that we bring to you is totally free of charge, which is absolutely awesome. Getting super busy now on this creator card die. I know a lot of you went for this before the show. A lot of you grabbing it now. I think a lot of you maybe seen this before and seen it on maybe, you know, on a deal. It's 20% off, maybe 30% off, but now 70% off means it's a bit really of a no-brainer price. $8.99 if you're in the UK, $11.98. And you can still use your Club Inspired discount off of this as well. You get an extra £1.80 off of this in the UK. That would take it down to what, £7.20, which is really quite unbelievable. 15% of the stock now gone on this one, getting busier and busier. I think people, as they're seeing how easy this is to put together, Debbie, are seeing that they could do it. Because I think when you look at it, it's quite a big die set, isn't it? And you see the finished samples and they look quite intricate, but it's just a process really.
Oh, so much so. And what I would say is, and I think a lot of crafters will relate to this, out there is a lot of people that think die cutting is too easy. And actually, it is an easy craft, but the hardest part, and it's not hard, it's about what you do with it. It's your creativity. All we're doing is supplying the tools. So your creativity is going to go into this and it's going to look exceptional. So what I'm going to do, Joe, is we're going to just layer this onto here. I'm then just going to pop this behind. So we will have, I mean, look how nice that looks. Just layering that. Let's just move all those bits there. So just having that horse and that house just along there, that looks amazing, like really quite amazing.
And you could use them on their own, couldn't you, if you wanted to?
You could totally use them on your own. And in fact, what I am going to do is use my dotty tape pen just to stick that down. So I can go over here and know that's only going to stick where I need
Will these go
the
through the
glue.
junior, these dies, Debbie?
Yeah, I've just used them through the
Awesome.
junior. Yes, absolutely. So the biggest one that we just used was that big creator card die round the edge, which was this one, Joe. And that went through the junior no problem whatsoever. So I'm going to just pop this down onto here. And then what we're going to do is do the same with this one, but we're going to pop this over here. So, oh, I'm liking that. So I'm not going to put that down yet, because what I'm going to do is we're going to create another part. Let me just bring in here. Let's do these houses at the side. So just pop in that. Let me just cut myself a piece of card, Joe.
Loads of questions coming in for you, Debbie. Mary says, what kind of acetate would you suggest using if you want to emboss some snow on this card?
We actually do, and we wouldn't have it on the show, but it's on the website.
I think it might be on this show, actually. I'm not sure.
Okay. We
the
do.
Hunky Dory acetate that's got the snow on it.
But no, what she's saying is embossing some acetate. But we actually do a heat-resistant acetate, which is a thinner acetate, because it's heat-resistant, and that embosses beautifully.
Awesome.
So yeah, go for either just the regular embossing, but it's thicker. You can do that, or there's heat embossing acetate. So,
would the construction one work, do you think, for embossing, Debbie?
it would work, I would say, but what can sometimes happen with a heavy weight when you're embossing a lot of detail into it, it can warp. So what I would say is do it a few times rather than going heavy. So yeah, and you will get a good impression on there.
Awesome. So, Mary says she has this set and she's not used it yet. She says I may have to pull it out and give it a try. I think you need to, Mary. I hope we've inspired you to crack it out today. Diane says, oh, do I spy the Crafts Companion advent calendar over your left shoulder, Joe? Are you teasing us again? I might be. Well spotted, Diane.
They don't miss anything, Joe.
Don't miss anything at all. That's actually been left there, I think, from last night's HSN preview show. Yeah, I mean, it'll be coming at some point to us here at Crafters TV. But yeah, good, well spotted, Diane.
I love that. You really don't miss anything. Yeah. I can't wait till we can get the advent calendar. It'd be great. Right, so what I'm going to do now is, again, we have these two outside cutting edges. So you need to make sure that the cutting edge goes the right way. So I know the cutting edge is going to be on this side, and then this cutting edge, when turned over, the cutting edge here will be on this side. So we'll just pop them there, and then we're going to run them through our machine.
Awesome. If you have got this die set, or maybe, you know, any of your Christmas crafting that you've been up to, send us a picture. I'd love to see them. And you can send them into studio@craftscompanion.co.uk. The details are on the bottom of the screen just there. Send them in and we'll share some with you as we go through the show. So nice, isn't it, Debbie, to see what everyone's been up to in the crafty sense of late.
Oh my God, there's nothing in for us as the demonstrators. There's nothing better than seeing what you can create and how you were inspired. And you know what? If you've copied completely, we're completely happy with that. It's just nice that you've got inspired by what we do. But if you've made something totally yourself and totally unique and something that looks really different and a different take, we would love to see that too as well. Because even we learn from all you out there at different things that you can do. So yeah, send in those pics. I would love to see them.
Awesome.
So what we're going to do here now, Joe, and I've done this wrong, so I'm going to cut it, but I'll show you why. Where I was saying the cutting edges go on the side, you actually wanted them the opposite way round. But that's not a problem, because all I'm going to do is cut them off, and you'll be able to see that I can then pop them on the sides. I hope I've made that clear.
No such thing as a mistake.
A happy accident, they normally say, don't they? But actually, this was a mistake, Joe.
Well, I was going to let you say it's a happy accident. You could have just put a butterfly on it or something.
I'm quite happy, but it's not really a mistake, because what these are for, they're to use on the side. I just wasn't thinking straight. I can't even blame it on too early in the morning, because it's not really too early in the morning anymore, is it?
Well, it's not actually morning, to be fair, so it is afternoon. Yeah, we've
had too much fun.
It's morning where most of our viewers are, though. It'll be morning still. So can you get away with that one, do you think?
Oh yes, I forgot about that. So what we can then do, can you see? So that would have been on the opposite end. We can start bringing these in here. Now, I'm not worried about where they're overlapping because I can cut it all in the end, cut it around. I just want to pop them in place and create that illusion. So even though we're losing a bit of it here, it's just creating things that are in the background. So actually, I don't think I'm going to pop that one in. We're just going to have this one on this end. So let's stick that into place.
Awesome. Loads of you chatting away still as well. Remember, this isn't the only show today. We've got another great show coming up later as well. The Craft House will be up with myself and Debbie, and it's all about embossing later, which is going to be loads of fun. And we're going to have a special guest, which is awesome, as we always do for our Craft House shows. It's always a lot of fun, so make sure you stick around for that second show as well, which will be an hour after this one ends. So if you're in the UK, 4 p.m. East Coasters at 11 a.m, West Coasters 8 a.m. That will be coming up a little bit later today. And it's a double Debbie, double weekend as well, isn't it, Debbie? It's quadruple Debbie this weekend, which is awesome. It's just me, it's the Joe and Debbie show.
It's a Joe and Debbie show, the D&J show. You'll be sick of me by the end of it. You know,
oh, absolutely not. We couldn't get sick of you, Debbie.
So what I'm going to do now is just trim all that up. So I wasn't really worried. Oh, I've done that a little bit thick to go through my guillotine. So we'll just cut that with the scissors. And there we go. And then just cut those bits off here. So this was just really quick, just bringing in some card that we had in under the counter really. So you can do this any way you want and start just to build those scenes up. And then you've got that really cool way of just being able to put those layers in. And obviously you can add more, you can put your sentiments on there, but it's just a really nice way of getting all this. And I love that silhouette look, Joe. Having those silhouettes in the background and just using a really bold colour makes it look just really nice to use.
It does look absolutely gorgeous, and it's getting really, really busy on this now. Remember what you're getting. Remember what you're paying. You're getting this huge A4 die collection for that incredible price, $8.99 or $11.98. Is your price for this. Remember what it should be, $29.99 if you're in the UK, should be $39.95 if you're in the US. It is incredibly busy on this, $8.99 or $11.98, which is incredible value for money. You're saving £21 or $28, and you can use your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well. Don't miss out on it whilst it is on such a fabulous deal. Right, we've got some of my absolute favourites on the show. We've got a brilliant shaker card collection on the show for you. I'll show you what you're getting firstly. So you've got two different die sets in here. So you've got Celebrate the Season, which is this one just here, and this is going to allow you to make this fabulous card just here. So I think about all those glamorous Christmas cocktails that you're going to be drinking. This is going to be the perfect shaker card to enable you to create that. This one here as well, this is your Christmas window that we've got just here. And with this one, you can see what you'll be able to create here. I love that someone's done 3 of these together to create that. Now, just to let you know, they should be $14.99 each. So the window should be $14.99, and then you should also be paying $14.99 for the Celebrate the Seasons. You get both of them for that great price there. $14.99, $19.95 gets you both. Just so much fun to make these ones, Debbie, and I'm guessing, well, they're always fun to receive, aren't they? It's lovely to have shaker cards.
We all love a shaker card. What is it about a shaker card? But we love them. And I think it's the fact that they are movable. There's something that are fun. There's something great to look at. There's something that you can shake, literally. So, and you can put whatever you want in them. So this one's got beads. You can use sequins. There's so much you can do with them. I adore the window because the window is something that you can use all year round. You might have a wedding coming up and just having the bride and groom in the background there looking through the window. You can use this for all spring, for Christmas, for anything you want, and just use anything to put in that to use as the shaker. And what about doubling it up, Joe? Now this is gorgeous. So using your sequins in the center there and doubling that window, I mean, doesn't that look absolutely regal? I just adore this one. And then using all your different elements that you've got in the collection, so many different ones. So using your flowers, if you've got a fireplace die maybe for in the background, cutting out your papers to create those little curtains, it just looks incredibly lovely. So that's the window one. But what about if we want to just add some Christmas cheer? What about if we like to have the odd little tipple at Christmas to really celebrate the season? It's just a great one to do. So again, and it's the movement, the noise, the shakeability of them, and doing them in different colors. Look at this one here. I love this one. It almost looks like it should belong to an elf, because it's got almost like that sort of elf stocking at the bottom there, and all different colors with your sequins inside. Just looks really cool. And again, double it up, because it just looks really cool. You might have a Christmas wedding coming up, and these sort of dies, these would be lovely for a Christmas wedding. So yeah, so use them really well, and just lots of different things. And remember, the die itself does have all the dies that you need to create the curtains, the windows, and then it's got all those stamps as well that you can use. So a fabulous kit to get, and all you need extra on top of that is just some shaker foam, and then you'll be able to make some beautiful shaker cards.
Awesome. Make sure you get them though while they're on that half price deal, which is fantastic. Pam Craven just says she's a bit late to the show. Yodel have arrived. All of her A3 paper pads turned up, and her Totally Tiffany bags. She's been tidying up. Problem is, I always think it is a good idea at the time, then can never wear it. I've put all the stuff. I don't think you're alone there, Pam. I think you are in the same boat as all of us. Loads of you chatting away. Keep sending your pictures in to us as well. We'd love to see what you have been crafting, especially all of your wonderful Christmas mates that you've no doubt been working. I bet loads of you got loads done by now. Remember, if you want to grab anything in the show, it's really easy to watch and shop at the same time. Here's all the details. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there of how you can watch and shop at the same time. It is super simple to do so with us here at Crafters TV. Really busy across the show, especially on that Robin collection of the Builder characters and that Christmas creator card. You guys are loving both of those this morning. Let's just take a moment to recap some of the great stuff you've seen so far in this show. So this is the Builder characters, you can see there. This is the festive Robin collection that you've got. $23.98 or $33.90 on that one there. It is a half price deal. A fifth of the stock though has gone. A lot of this with the in unchecked baskets as well at the moment. Very busy. A lot of you going for that one and this next one in conjunction. Now a little bit more stock of the second one, but this one is proving equally as popular. This is your Christmas elf collection in here. You've got your penguin, you've got the elf, you've got the bear in there, as well as that wonderful angel too. $23.98 or $33.90 is what you're paying and what you're saving as well. We've got those embossing folders for you on the show. I'll take you through these in a bit more detail as we go through the show. It's a bit difficult to see them there. These are the 5x7s that you're getting. It's a 5-piece collection, $17.47 or $24.87. Check the website if you want to see the exact ones you're getting. Again, it's a half price deal that you've got there. We've also got the adhesive collection on the show for you as well. Now the adhesive collection, this is like basically just everything you need when it comes to the glues that we bring you here at Crafters Companion. You've got your all-purpose, your tacky, you've also got your 3D glue gel, you've also got then the 2 tape runners as well. So you've got the permanent one and you've got the dotty one in there as well, which is awesome. We're going to come back and have a look at your festive words, which are proving busy. Now this is fantastic. Again, you've got a great deal on these. In the UK, UK should be £62, should be $83. However, today, £47 or $60 to get these. And you've got 6 different words in here, which is fantastic. So you've got your 6 different Christmas words, which are going to allow you to die cut. And then what you're going to get is you're going to get then all the stamps that you need. So to then create backgrounds that are going to complement them as well. So you've got in here Christmas, Noel, snow, merry, jolly, joy, festive foliage, then obviously your stamps, which are festive foliage, winter wonderland, and your festive decorations. Get them in the big bundle. That is how you get the best value. If you did want to just go for a couple of these, then you can. 2 for £14 or $18 if you want to get them like that. Let me show you some of the things that you're able to create with these, because they do make very simple cards if you want to create simple cards, or you can really go to town with this. They're also great for allowing you to create your own backgrounds as well if you want to. This one here is the Noel, as you can see. Again, you've got those brilliant baubles that you're going to get these stamps included. Someone's done that with just a fine liner, and I think that looks absolutely awesome. This one looks gorgeous as well. A little bit of heat embossing there in the background with that snow. Think about your shaker cards too. Let me get my shaky bits to shake. There you are. You've got your shaker card there with the Merry, with a very simple star in the background. Again, the background paper is created using the stamps. If you've got your pigment ink pads, you're going to love creating these. That's your Jolly. And then finally, you've got your joy in there as well. £47 or $60 to get all of them. You've got the 3 different stamp sets included, which are allowing you to create all of those backgrounds as well. Lots of sort of nice size bits on the show, Debbie. And again, these are nice because if you want to make a more simplistic card, just that on its own is enough, or you can build it up as part of a bigger project if you want.
Yeah, and you've absolutely hit the nail on the head there, Joe, because these are going to work with everything that's on the show today. So if you are embossing, put one of these sentiments on there. If you are using one of the the little builder characters, use one of these dies on there, or just use them on their own. These are very bold and just really quite powerful statements for Christmas, because they've got those beautiful stamps in the background. You can create so many different, oh, we've lost it. You could create so many different effects with these stamps. I mean, what about creating a totally different background and just fussy cutting all the way around, but using those gorgeous snowflakes? This Noel that we've got here, I mean, look how bold it looks, and it says it all, and just using some pretty papers, you don't need a lot else. I've got that Merry one, just really, really usable and so lovely to use. And if you want to just do it in a different way, look how that snow looks. Use it with some other different dies that you've got in in any collection. They just look lovely. And then one more, I'm just going to snow you with that snow. So this one is quite understated, really. It's just done on the really gorgeous background there, just with the snow. And I just want to show you this one because I love this one, Jolly. I mean, what a gorgeous card. You're getting the stamps in the collection. Oh, actually, I'm saying that. Do you get the stamps?
You do.
It is the background stamps.
If you're going for the big collection, you're going to get the stamps in there as well. You do get some stamps in with your die, so you're getting your sentiment stamps in each one of those as well. And then what you've got in the big collection, you've then got the 3 coordinating stamp sets, which are going to allow you to get the foliage on there. You've got the icicles and the deers, and then you've also got the final one that's got the baubles and the poinsettias as well. But you do get your sentiment. So for Christmas, for instance, you've got We Wish You a Merry, Never Ends, The Magic Of, From Our Home to Yours, and also Merry as well. So it really is up to you. I think the best value, of course, comes in the big collection. Of the individuals, though, the 2 busiest ones at the moment are Christmas and Merry. They are your 2 favourites at the moment. But remember, the best value comes when you get them all together. You'd be a better man than I am if you could split these down, I think, Debbie, and just choose a couple of them, because they're all going to be so usable.
Every one of them, yeah. You're going to use them for all your projects, all your tags. You're going to be able to put them on all your presents, your boxes, your gift bags, everything like that. They're going to be amazing for. And I'm so pleased because I wasn't 100% sure that the stamps are on them. I love stamps that you can create backgrounds with. So I'm going to be using this snowflake one. So this is the Winter Wonderland. There's also a festive foliage and the festive decorations. All of these will just look fabulous to create any backgrounds that you want to do. Regardless of buying the sentiment stamps, these ones are really great to go for. And then I'm going to be using the snow. Because we're going to be using the snowflakes, I thought we would use the snow. Now, I actually like to die cut and then stamp. But these can be a bit tricky, and I'll show you why. They're not tricky, but doing it that way, I will show you exactly why I do it this way. So first of all, I'm going to take my die and I'm just going to grab myself a piece of card to cut it out. So I need a bigger pair of scissors. And
now, I know you love your
through.
pigment ink pads, don't you, Debbie?
I do love my
these are going to work so well, I'm guessing, with the pigment ink pads.
Absolutely perfect. So what's great about pigment ink pads is the fact that they stay wetter for longer. So because they're wetter, it means that we can actually we can do more techniques with them. So not only could we use our glitters, we can use our heat embossing as well, which looks fabulous. You can make tiles with them, which are just building up that colour, which look really good. So let's just get rid of that. So that's our snow there. Then what I'm going to do, I'm sure I had one. Oh, here's one behind me. I'm just going to grab our stick and spray. Now with the stick and spray, what I do like, I am so sorry, that's me. Look, which way we go? Let me do it here.
It's obviously Daniel not able to keep up with you, I think, Debbie. Let's blame Daniel. He's getting the blame for everything else today. So
I would hate to direct the director. Right, so all I'm doing is put in a little bit of spray on there. The stick and spray purple one is the non-permanent, so it means when I pop this down, it will, let me put it out there, it will actually hold it into place. So then what I'm going to do is bring my stamp in and pop that over. Now the reason I like to do it this way, I haven't done it, I'm just going to do this again. I'm not sure if there's a lot coming out, so I might have to, there we go. I think it's one that needs to be upright a little bit more because it's running out.
you know what you need, don't you?
It's been used. Like,
you need Brenda.
I need Brenda,
you
yes.
do.
I have bought Gloria with me today.
You bought Gloria? Gloria and Brenda reunited again.
Shall I bring her in? Look, Gloria the glue booth.
There she is.
Right, so we start that. Now, the reason I like to do this, if you stamp first and then use the die, you can't see where the die is over the top, and I'm a little bit fussy about the amount of white space around and having it even. So that's why I like to die cut first and then stamp. Sorry if I'm putting my head over the top. There we go. There. I don't want to get too far over because you don't want to see my head in the picture. And then I'm just going to stamp that down and pick that up. So that's in the right place there. And then I'm going to use, what I'm bringing in is my Parakeet pigment ink pad. And I'm just going to, I always like to rub it first of all over so it covers.
You're the only person I've seen rubbing it.
I know, no one else
does
that. But I figure that's the quickest way to get that full coverage. And then I like to also turn it, because I think that really, there's different pressures on your hands. I like to make sure I've got the right amount all over. And then all I'm going to do is push that down and really just work my fingers around to make sure that's stamped in. And look at that.
Awesome.
It's absolutely beautiful. Stamps gorgeously and it is lovely. So we've got all this.
Very traditional in the blue. I love it.
Yeah, I love the blue too. So that's our main die that we've got there. You don't have to worry spraying that glue on here because it will all just rub off. So don't worry about that. We're going to pop that to, no we're not, we're going to use this. Let me just take the stamp off and grab myself a cleaning up wipe.
Loads of people chatting away. Susan, was it Susan? Has got her Gloria next to her as well. She's made one. I think there's a whole host of Glorias springing up over the land.
People have got them.
Stephen's saying that he's got the whole collection. He loves the dies and stamps. Are much bigger, he says, than they come across on screen, which is a good way to think about it. Cecilia loves how versatile they are. June says she's ordered these. She can't wait to get them because of all the ideas. Cindy Sue's letting me know that Ben's been doing dance moves while I've been here in regard to shaker cards, and apparently I need to up my game. Wow. I mean, I have competition apparently. I mean, I'm not a dancer, Cindy Sue. I mean, if he wants to you know, get his groove on, then I think that's his business and his alone. Darla Jean says, good morning, quick question. How do you present let me try that again, shall I? How do you prevent your shaky bits from sticking to the edges inside? Mine always seems to stick and then end up with nothing left in the middle to shake.
So, corn flour is a good one.
Okay.
And also, you can actually buy, so if you wanted to, you could buy I might have one. Have I got one? I do have one. I'm just not quite sure where it is, but you can get a anti-static bag. They're actually called anti-static bags. I don't think we do them on the website.
Or what is it that Leanne used an old tights, old pair of tights?
She uses her little stockings to put some corn flour in.
In a pop sock, that's it.
So corn flour is a good one, for using on.
And then that just removes the static, so they then won't get stuck.
Yeah, that's all it is. It just removes the static.
Well, I hope that answers your question,
another good way to do it as well is to have a little plastic bag. Do you know the zippy lock ones with the little plastic bags? Put your sequins in there and add a bit of corn flour. Not a lot, just a tiny little bit, and give it a good rub. And that corn flour, believe it or not, literally a pinch of it will coat all those. And then when you put them into your shaker card, none of them will stick at all. Awesome,
that is a top tip there. Stephen says, no joke, you do it best. He doesn't sing shaker card, he just does the dance. Well, I tell you what then, if with his dancing and my singing, maybe we could be, the new double act. Maybe we could be the Ant and Dec of Crafters TV. Does anyone else not know which one's which with Ant and Dec? I couldn't tell you if they bumped into me in the street.
Ant is the one with the big forehead. That's how I
that'll be the one I'd be then.
Because I think he looks like an ant because ants have big foreheads. That's how I remember it.
Ants, all ants. Oh, actual ants. Sorry.
Actual ants.
I thought you meant people called ant. I was like, I know some other ants and they've got quite small actual ants. So ant looks like an ant. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'd be Ant then. Ben would be Dec. He's a bit taller than me.
Oh my life, you are like that.
Yeah, Dec's very short, is he? I thought Ant was the shortest one.
Yeah, he always makes comments, doesn't he, about being short. Nothing wrong with being short, I have to add. I'm quite short.
No, I'm quite short. We need to work on a name for our double act. I think that's what we need to do. You let us know in the comments. Mary says to prevent static on paper. She says also you can use a dryer sheet apparently to stop static. I didn't know that. Did you, Debbie?
Yes, that's a brilliant. Yeah, I do know that as well. I don't even know why I didn't think of that. So well done. Yes, that is a dryer sheet is perfect.
And Angie says I'm her favourite. Well, as long as I'm your favourite, Angie, that's all that matters. It really is.
We don't have favourites here. Joe thinks we do, but we really don't.
I love her. Sometimes I just don't stop talking all the time. Sometimes if I'm quiet, they're like, "Oh, what's he going? Why is he being quiet?" You know, sometimes just a little bit of quiet time. Loads of you chatting away. I'd love to know if you've got these, if you've been making things with them. These ones, all the everyday ones, because the other everyday ones that we launched previously to these, they are also incredibly popular as well. It's very busy on the big collection. Now, I'm going to ask producer Laura, compared to people that are going for these, are more people going for the individuals, Laura, or the big collection? More of you going for the big collection, and easy to see why, because you get all three of those stamp sets that you can see there at the top of your screen included, as well as the 6 words. You're going to get festive foliage, you're going to get winter wonderland, and you're going to get the festive decorations as well. So you get all 6 of these, which is brilliant. I know, Debbie, that you just love playing around with backgrounds with these embellishing stamps as well, because I know we talked about previously, didn't we, like making your own printed papers almost.
Yeah, totally. There's just, that is something that I could sit and do all day. And actually, as you were just saying about them, I was getting a bit carried away. I was forgetting what I was doing actually, because I'm just putting my stamps on. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm multiple stamping at once. Because I want to do different colours. So I've stamped these ones with and this is what I love about our stamping platform as well, because you're able to do this. And then I can then let's bring in a totally different colour. There it is, we had a parakeet. So we're bringing a parakeet because then that's going to tone in with our parakeet that we used on the stamp set itself, the snow. but it's such a bold, beautiful colour and lays down really well. I mean, and I think most people know my favourite ink pads ever are the pigment inks. They are so beautiful. You can layer them up so you get this really opaque pigment so you can't see through them. They create, I mean, look how this is looking already. And then I'm just going to use one more colour. So I think what I'm going to do is go for a darker colour, a darker blue. So we will go for a navy. And it's just a case of layering up, making sure that you just fill your gaps of your white space. And also the thing to have in mind, don't be afraid of white space. White space is actually sometimes a good thing. So you can have as much or as little as you want. So I'm just going to pop the leaves there, and then we're just going to add just some of the smaller snowflakes. Let's pop one down here.
Those pigment ink pads as well. There's a lot of pigment ink pads on this show, Debbie. So you can go. They're all available individually. So go to the bottom of the Shop the Show page, and you'll see them all in there. And you can go through some of your favourite colours in there as well, which is awesome. If you do want a collection of ink pads or a water reactive ink pads for that matter, you'll make sure you need to join us at the 4 p.m. hour for Craft House. That is, of course, 11 a.m. on the East Coast or 8 a.m. if you're across on the West Coast. So that is when we'll be journeying into the Craft House. Your first Craft House in the studio then, Debbie, is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So seeing what Alison's got in store for us, what she's been up to. She's been doing some crafty bits for us, which is very nice.
Looking forward to seeing those. Erica says, Joe, what are you going to do for your birthday? Oh, it's as if we were just talking about this before the show.
Whose birthday is it, Joe? Is there a birthday?
I think it's 2 weeks today as well, actually.
I think.
I think it is. Well, it used to be. Well, it depends. I've got 2 birthdays to share because I've got my official birthday, which is 26, and then my unofficial birthday because I celebrated on the wrong day for 19 years, which is a long story. I'll tell you about another time. So it's Saturday. It'll be the 26th and the 27th. I'm actually here on Crafters TV both days, both the 26th and the 27th. So I'm going to spend it with all of you guys, which will be absolutely glorious. I'm really looking forward to that. And also Tiffany will be joining us as well, which will be lovely. And Sarah will be here as well. I mean, it's going to be a pretty fabulous birthday. We're going to have a party. Do you reckon they'll let us, bring in a a small sherry or something? We'll see. Zena says, I broke down and ordered the September mystery bag last night. I can bring in trifle, Debbie. She also goes on to say, I'm teaching friends to colour, so hoping some nice gifts will be in the bag. Maybe a few goodies for me too. I added some new pigment and quick dry ink pads for the order too. Slowly building a collection of colours I use most and passing on my previous brand. Sounds like Zena's having a lovely time. Sue has asked a question as well. She says, what is the best thing to use to clean your stamps when you finish using them, please, Debbie?
Do you know what? I'm a little bit lazy, Joe. I have been doing it today, but I don't clean my stamps. I don't clean my stamps.
Debbie,
I know.
You've got dirty stamps.
Well, I don't think I've got dirty stamps. Because what I do like to do is keep stamping them until the ink doesn't come off anymore. So they're clean. Because
I guess so.
Yeah, so the ink doesn't come off anymore. But if not, I tend to just blot them onto kitchen towel and do it that way. So
awesome.
Yeah. And talking about your birthday as well, Joe, I do have it on good regard. There's someone in the building that loves buying people flowers.
Oh yes, there is actually. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a bunch of flowers.
I think you might get some flowers. Yes.
I think that's a very good point. I do. Lilies are my favourite. I am partial to a peony though as well. Sarah introduced me to peony. She said they were her favourite flowers. Now I got some. I must say they're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
Loretta saying my next big purchase is going to be the pigment ink pads and the water reactive ink pads. Well, it's as if we knew, isn't it, Loretta? Because make sure you're joining us in the Craft House. We've got a great deal, both on 13-piece collection. So you'll want to make sure you join us for that. Then this is beautiful, Debbie. So the central element there, then that type. How have you cut that? What have you used to cut?
So it's one of our nesting dies. So we had some deckled egg sort of nesting dies in our collection. It's really nice. And any nesting dies will do the same thing. They would just look fabulous when you're using them. I had a couple. I'm terrible for putting things down and I lose them, Joe. So
What are you like? What have you done now?
What am I like?
What are you after?
They're just little steps. So these little sentiments on here. So it's let it snow, snow happy, snow day. There's all sort of different elements that you can do. But I'm going to stick this one on, and then I will show you the finished one that I've got anyway. So you'll see the extra little stamps that we've got. So
awesome.
Pop in that.
Do you know what I'm always
there.
losing, Debbie?
And then if I bring this one in, what are you always losing?
These things. See these cards, all the information on. Every time, 3 minutes before the show, I'm running around here like a whirling dervish trying to find these.
Can I say, Joe, what I've noticed about you today?
Yes.
Is that I think you blame people for where you put something.
I think you might be right, Debbie.
Today, Joe has said.
What else have I lost?
Who's moved this? It was your notes this morning.
Oh, well, that was actually the case. The cleaner had put the notes in the bin, to be fair.
It was the
cleaner. So, the cleaner's not been in this morning, so it must have been Daniel that put them in the bin.
See, Joe, you're blaming people.
It's because I never move anything or lose anything, obviously, Debbie.
Obviously, Joe. And I'm one of these people that I'll just take the blame for everything. I just say, blame me. Sorry, I've lost it.
Right, remember everything you're getting included. So 6 different sets in here. You're getting the 6 words in here. Now, the words are available for you on a multi-buy. So if you want to get them like that, you can. 2 for £14 or $18. However, what you can't get in there is you cannot get the foliage dies, the embellishing dies that are also available in there as well. So if you want to get it all, you want to make sure that you're having all of the craftability, then you'll need to get the whole collection. Very, very busy on this at the moment, and they're so beautiful. They're such a lovely size, and they're such a lovely size because you can do so much with them, from tags to a whole host of different things. Scrapbook pages are wonderful. Creating your own background papers are also awesome using these as well. Right, I want to come back and I want to run through a few bits that you've seen already. I want to quickly just take you back through the builder characters that we started with at the start of the show. 2 different sets of these for you, both of them half price. The Festive Robin, we don't have as many as we would like. Over a fifth of the stock has gone here. So you've got the snowman there. You've also got then the Santa, you've got the Robin, and you've got the deer in there as well. $23.98 or $33.90. As I said, it is a half price deal. What you've also then got is another option in these as well. A lot of you choosing to multi-order and go for both. So you've got the Christmas elf, which is this one here. You've then got angel blessings. You've got the snowman. And then finally, you've also got the polar bear in there too. $23.98 again, or $33.90. That creator card proving really busy still as well. I mean, easy to see why. 70% off is what you've got on this. It is a 70% saving. It should be $29.99 or $39.95. It's $8.99 or $11.98. A fifth of the stock there has gone. I don't know how long that one will be around for as well. Now, we're going to move on and show you the embossing folders. And these are, well, I just think these are such a great deal for 5 awesome embossing folders that you're getting here. So this is the first one, Peace on Earth. So you've got 3 of our word ones. Now I love these word ones because they're very kind of, what's the Christmas film that this reminds me of, that this scroll or font? It's a Wonderful Life. Yes, I think that's the one, Laura. With that gilding wax on there, I just think it's beautiful. I think for box lids, these are going to be absolutely awesome. Or if you want to make, you've got to make a lot of Christmas cards. You want something quite simple, but looks really effective. You've also got Joy to the World coming in this collection also. And then finally, the last word that you've got in here is Season's Greetings. You've then got 2 others. So we've got this beautiful one that's got the mistletoe on here. And what you can see someone's done in here is they've done a little bit of sort of painting in here, embossed this, and then gone over and picked out that detail. How Really, how gorgeous is that? Super simple, really effective technique that's been used there. And then you've also got the frame here as well. This is the holly frame that's coming in here too. So you can see here all of those gorgeous holly detailings that you've got in there, which is brilliant. It's called the decorative holly, that one. $17.47 or $24.87 gets you all 5 of them. Again, a half price deal. You see what I mean about this being more like a cartload than a masterclass? Because if you want to emboss, a fabulous half price deal. Great value for 5 embossing folders there, Debbie.
Yeah, amazing. And I just think embossing folders are so understated because there's so much you can do with them. Most people suddenly, and I do it every single year, I think, oh my goodness, I didn't make a card for that person who's just given me a card. And you don't mean to forget people, but you make so many that you do. These are great for running into your craft room or wherever you craft, just to run them through your embossing folder, put a few inks on them. You've got your card and the sentiment all in one. And they take very little effort. So really, really great ones to have in your collection. And the fact that they're sentiment ones and there's different things that you can do with them just make them look really good. So what we're going to do to start off with, I'm just going to find my season's greetings. Here we go.
Do you have any kind of system for working out who sent you a card? So my uncle, right, and my auntie used to have this system, and kid you not, they used to send hundreds of cards, Debbie, and would receive hundreds of cards. And they basically had a system where they'd write down in a book everyone that had sent them a card, and if you didn't send them a card 3 years running, you'd be off the Christmas list. So they would go through, the next year they'd go through the list, they would find everyone that was already on the list previous year, mark if they hadn't received a card from them. So if you got 1 mark next to your name, that was like 1 strike. Add the people that had sent them a card for the first time, and yeah, if you didn't send them a card 3 times, then you were off the list. That's like, that's real good Christmas game, isn't it?
That's actually quite funny. I quite like that idea.
Good idea, isn't it?
I suppose if you put all that effort in, let me just talk through this first, Joe. So with a 3D embossing folder, what you actually need is your plastic shim, and it's the only time we say to use your plastic shim as one of your outside platforms. Then your magnetic shim and your folder and your cardstock inside. And then on top of that, just our cutting plate. And we're going to run that through the Gemini.
My mum used to just get the cards out from the year before and just gone through and sent her one the year before.
Right,
so if
yes.
you sent one the year before, you got one, which is a pretty good idea.
Absolutely, that's a really good idea. Yeah, really good idea.
See, now I've got my own place for the first time this year, I feel like I need to send Christmas cards to people so I get lots of Christmas cards back so I can decorate the apartment now.
So it's three strikes and you're out.
I won't be getting. I don't think I'll be that technical with mine. Daniel says he doesn't expect to receive it. Daniel will definitely get a card from me, as will Laura as well, and Debbie, of course, because they're here. So yeah, they'll definitely get a card, of course. I wonder if I'll try and make some. Daniel suggesting that my Christmas cards are not going to be of the utmost quality, which I find very rude, Debbie, don't you?
Extremely rude. How rude? Do you know what though, Joe? You could make these cards because they're so easy. You pop them through there. Can you see? I mean, we can see how well that's embossed. It looks stunning, even just in that white. But then when we start bringing our ink pads, now I'm going to use our Harmony water reactive ink pads, and I'm just going to come in and add this colour. I mean, look how luscious they look, just running that colour over it. And I'm not being careful what I do with it, where I put it, because it's going to sort of change direction as I go along. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch out a different tool. Now you can buy the refills of this and some extra tools for your blending tool, refills for your blending tool, and you can just use them for different colours. And I'm just going to then go with a different colour.
Got a deal for you on the show where you get the craft mat, which is always good to have, and then you also get the blending tool and the refills as well. So you get the 3 of them together, £12 or $16.50, which is a nice little deal. You're right though, Debbie. What I could do really is I could get this embossing folder collection, couldn't I?
Yeah.
I could borrow one of the Geminis from the craft room here, run them run them through, do a little bit of inking on the top, and that's pretty much what, if I had a card blank to stick it onto, that's it done. I could just get all my Christmas cards done like that. Maybe I could go around to Craig's, I could just borrow his crafty bits whilst he's doing my washing. What do you think? I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Absolutely. I'm sure he wouldn't mind at all. In fact, Joe, I'm sure if you just said to Craig, could you make us a few Christmas cards?
I think that might be a little bit. I think that might be a little bit cheeky. I imagine he's got a lot of Christmas cards to make himself. Who is it? Just came up with. We're talking here. Pam Craven says, "How old will you be, Joe?" I will be 34 in 2 weeks.
Oh, just a baby.
Laura today, right? First of all, I told her how much I spent on my tyres and my car, and she told me where I could have got them for like £400 less. So that put me in a bad mood. There was something else she did earlier, and I said, "Well, thanks for that, Laura." And then I had a hair growing out my ear, and she said, "Oh, that's a sign of getting old." And I thought, brilliant, thanks, Laura, love to have you on the side. I just said I'm 34, and she said, "Oh, is that all?" So, right. Stephanie says, "Good morning. Thanks for the demo." We're in a very jovial mood today here at Crafty TV. I don't know if you've quite realised yet. Pam says, "If she sends a gift and you don't receive a thank you message, then no gift for you." There you go, you tell them, Pam. Tracy Ross says, "I send cards even to the people who don't send them back, and make cards for several children's hospitals
lovely.
and a seniors residence as well."
And do you know what, Joe? That's exactly what it should be about, isn't it? So, yeah, I really love that. Well said. So, as you can see, look at all this colour we're building up, Joe, and look how amazing that looks. Now, let's just say we want to go in maybe and do a bit of faux bleaching. So, I'm just going to pop my lids on my ink pads, pop them out the way, and then I'm just going to reach across because I just... where have I put them, Joe?
That's looking beautiful with these colourways. But I guess there's so many different colourways you could go with these, Debbie, if you wanted to. You know, using the different colour families, which would be awesome.
You can use whatever you want. We've got a really good deal on the ink pads, which is amazing. Oh, is it this afternoon or is it?
Well, they're all available. It is
I
this
keep getting
afternoon.
confused which show we're on.
But do you know what, Debbie? If you want to, you could always go and have a shop ahead for the later show. There's a great water reactive ink pad collection in there, 13-piece one. Go to our homepage, click offers in the top, and then select Craft House. Click there, and it'll show you all the offers for the later Craft House show. You can absolutely. Loads of you have been stocking up on those ink pads already, so definitely get yourself over there and do that.
So all I've done here, Joe, is I've flicked some water over it. So you can see it's starting to faux bleach. Now, if I just go down and pick that up and pull that across, look how beautiful that is starting to look. It really does look lovely. But what it also does, it just fades out a little bit of the design. So what then I would recommend is we grab our gilding wax. So I'm just using our Empire Gold, and we're going to go in with a bit of gilding wax because it really does help just really enhance that wording. Now, what I would say is always go in with a really light touch, because once you put gilding wax on, you can't take it off. So it's always better to build it up slowly. But you can see just by smoothing that across the top, it's just highlighting all that area again. And actually, if you do go in a bit heavy-handed, don't worry too much, because then I think just put a little bit more on to highlight it even more.
We've got some gilding wax on this afternoon show as well, so you can definitely grab some of that later. Ramona says, "Joe, you're a youngster, almost exactly half my age." I don't feel young, Ramona, but I thank you for the sentiment. Diane says, "Joe, you could use these embossing folders to make your cards. They'd be nice and quick." I think that's a truly fabulous idea. And who was it said here as well? Lynn said, "Joe, you're going to have a birthday show. Great deals for Joe's birthday."
Oh,
I don't know.
I like that.
Maybe there could be. Who knows? I'll have to see what I can do in the week. See if we can get some special deals. But we will be here. Hopefully there'll be cake. And I'll bring... what shall I bring in? I'll bring in a little buffet. How about that? That'll be nice, won't it? I think... Am I with this shift or with the other shift? I'm with this shift. Oh, well, you win some, you lose some. Daniel said he's going to book it off, apparently. So... This is looking awesome, Debbie.
So what I'm also going to do, Joe, is because that looks beautiful, and if I just give it, look at this, if I just shine it to the light, it really does look incredible. But I do want to just put a bit more in, so never be frightened, even once you've put that gilding wax in, to just go in a little bit just to highlight that, because that will still shine through. So just giving it. But look how amazing that looks. So the colours that I'm using on this, Joe, are, now I've used 3 different colours. So it's the Friar Brown, the Chinese Red, and the Honey Pot. The Honey Pot is my go-to all the time if it's not pink. I love the Honey Pot. It's a really nice, bright colour, but it's not too in your face. It's a real colour that you can blend with so many other colours and get really pretty effects. And then if I bring in my finish card that I've actually decorated, so I've just done a little bit of sort of designing sort of here, where we've just torn the card, we've just put some little die cuts, some little berries in there, but look how amazing that looks, and just exactly the same as what I did there, but just looking that tiny bit different, and each time you'll get a different effect of what you can do. They're just incredible folders to be able to use.
They are for the price as well. When you consider what you're paying for them, you're paying like what, just over £4 per folder when you get them in this configuration, which is awesome. So you're going to get 3 of the sentiment folders in here. Season's greetings, so you can either do them with the inks or you can do them with the gilding wax. It's completely up to you. You get peace on earth, and you also get joy to the world as well. And then what you do is you get these other 2 styles here as well. This one is your decorative holly that you're getting in here, and you're also going to get joy. You're also going to get this one, which has got the joy sentiment on it, and this is the mistletoe that you've got here. Do you have mistletoe in your house, Debbie?
No, I don't. It's not something I use, mistletoe.
You don't see as much of it anymore, do you?
No, you don't. Maybe it's because you don't want to kiss everyone.
Well, also there'll be no kissing. There'll be no kissing this year under the mistletoe, will they? Maybe there'll be some elbow pumping under the mistletoe. I think that'll be about it.
That's quite a sad thought, isn't it? I never thought about how many people are going to be able to get together. We normally have a really big Christmas, Joe. So yeah, I think
it's a long way away, isn't it?
Yes,
it's a long way away. So
yes. Let's think positive.
It might be very different by then. We can hope. You've been sending in pictures into us, which we love. Karen sent us in some that she's been using. Oh, these are those characters here, Debbie. That's a cute way of using them.
Oh, that's so lovely. And again, so Karen's used our nesting dies, so it looks fabulous. And that little legible as well looks great. I just love it. I think I can see why the Santa's so popular. Santa is Christmas, isn't it? It's Mr. Christmas.
It is. And Laurie sent us in a picture too. I love the background here.
Wow, that's very dramatic, isn't it? I love that, Laurie. Yeah, really beautiful. And it just goes to show, have a play with colours, because you've got that real dark green around the edges that's really drawing your eye into that gorgeous orange in the centre. I love that.
Really gorgeous. And then finally, Mary sent us in this one. Is that one of our Z fold cards, Debbie?
Yeah, it's one of Sarah's favourites, isn't it? And she's used the double-sided edgeables there, the snowflake ones. That's such a pretty die. And it just goes to show that everything you've got in your collection, past and present that's coming up, is going to work with all these things together.
Woohoo! Caroline has a new job. That's what Linda sent us in. That looks fab, that shaker card.
That's amazing. I just love that, because that is going to bring joy to Caroline's face when she opens that. So well done, Linda. That's a great card. I love it.
Really, really gorgeous. Right, we're going to come back. We're going to go back to the Build a Character, actually. These are very busy, as we knew they would be, because they're on a half price deal. Now, 2 different options for you. So the first option, which we don't have as much stock as we would like of, is this one here, which is the Robin collection. So in there, you've got that very sassy deer. You've also got the snowman in there. You've got Santa, and you've got, of course, the Robin in there as well. So that is your first collection. Then there is a second collection as well, and the second collection contains the polar bear. You've got the elf in there. There's the angel, and you've also got the penguin in there as well. So they're the two different options for you, $23.98 or $33.90. That's what you're spending and you're saving. If you are in the club as well, in Club Inspire, you're going to get even more of that. You can still use your Club Inspire discount in conjunction when we bring you heavily discounted products as well. And you can see here all of the different sort of savings that you're going to be able to avail of in the club as well. Lots of you still chatting away, sending us in different ideas as well for using all of these gorgeous products. Very busy on the adhesive bundle as well. I know a lot of you will be stocking out. If you're new to craft and you are looking for some fantastic adhesives, this has got all bases covered really, because you've got your tacky glue, you've got your all-purpose, the 3D glue gel, you've got your tape runners, both in the regular extra strong and in the dotty as well. That blending collection that we spoke about a moment ago, you've got the craft mat in here. You've also got your square blending tool and your refills in there too. £12 or $16.50 if you want to grab that one. Right, loads of you chatting away. A lot of love for that card there. Susan says beautiful card. Beatrice saying nice card. Stunning card, Debbie. Says Karen as well. So lots of love for that. Now, what do you fancy sharing with us next then, Debbie?
Well, it's got to be the cute little polar bear, because the polar bear is super cute. It's a great one because you can really use it all year round. I think this one would make a gorgeous new baby card. It has just got that really cute, soft character about it that you're just going to love, and really easy to put together. So I've just got my white card, and I'm going to use all my dies just to lay on top there, and we're going to cut that through. So grabbing my plates and popping them through my Gemini. So you can see at the moment I've got my big Gemini out, but I'm just using my small plates through it. So if you haven't seen that before, if you do have the large Gemini and you wanted to get yourself some extra plates, you could get some of the Gemini Junior plates, and they will fit through your big machine. So we've cut our elements out there. Let's just take all these bits out.
Now these dies as well, I think it goes without saying, doesn't it? But it will go through our Gemini, but we'll also go through, I'm guessing, all your other brands of die cutting machines. Well, if you had a different one, Debbie.
Of course, yes. I mean, we're fully aware that, of course, we'd like you to buy all Crafters Companion dies, but we know that you do all brands of dies because there's good brands on the market. So yes, the Gemini machine will fit all those brands through, which is no problem at all. What these dies are great for, though, is they will also fit through. So even this one here will fit through our Gemini Mini. Awesome. Or the Gemini Go. So it's a great one if you want to, if you're crafting with the kids and you've brought maybe one for the kids, they will absolutely love those. So what I'm going to do, these elements here, so we've got the heart, we've got the scarf, we've got the present. Oh, I was going to put that out a different one, but that's fine. We've also then got the little mouth, and we've got one more bit. It's checking which ones I've got. So these bits here, what I'm going to do, and actually while we were talking about cleaning earlier, I'm using our the Spectrum Noir applicators for the ink. I don't clean these either, and you can see none of us do in the actual studio, but I do always have a little bit of blotting paper to try and blot off any ink, because this is quite a dark ink, and you can see it's starting to come out with nothing on there. If I turn it over, there you go, like so. I know. So that's all you have to do to clean these, and then that way I know I can bring in my paler colours. So I've got my pale pink tulip here. I know I can bring that in and use that confidently, knowing that I'm not going to get big smudges of the bright pink that was on there. And then I'm just going to go round highlighting that pink.
Beautiful. Very busy on these. The Christmas words that we showed you as well are getting also very busy. Particularly? What's particularly? Now that is a mix of specifically and particularly. The merry and the Christmas as well. Particularly. Oh, where that came from. Marie's saying, I just got this collection, can't wait to use it. Laurie says that Polar Bear is her favourite. And Cecilia saying, I use the Gemini plates in the big Gemini all the time. I save the big plates for my big projects. Good idea, Cecilia. Lots of you talking about these. Which one's your favourite of all these characters? If I had to choose, what's your favourite, Debbie? I would probably go for maybe the snowman, I think would be my fave.
Yeah, I mean, thing is, I like all the characters. So there's a lot of things that I say are my favourite because they are, and they're my go-to. But I actually wouldn't mind, Jo, using any single one of these because I love all the characters. But what I do tend to do is I like to go for things that I know I'm going to get the most use out of. So I know that in fact, a penguin, because it is an animal that people go to see and like all year round, like in zoos and things like that, I could send my daughter a birthday card with a penguin on because she loves penguins. So I think you go for the things that you think you're going to use the most of. I do think this polar bear is one that is going to just go for everything you've got in your stash. Like I say, for children's, for a first birthday card, for a newborn baby, you know, you could do a twins card and do 2 different colours. So lots of different ones. I mean, you haven't got to put the scarf on them to make it wintry. You could put a bow. I think there's a bow in one of the collections, so you could switch and match them out. So that would look really cool. So what I've got here, I'm just put some ink on those, but I've also just popped some together, and I've also stamped the eyes. So we're going to start putting our little feature together here. So first of all, we've got his head, and we're going to, these things here, you're probably thinking, what are these? It actually looks like, I mean, it looks like it could be on the phone, doesn't it? Do you remember those old-fashioned like phones? But actually, what that is its ears. So if I pop, can you see? Look. Oh, how cute is that? So we've got the ears then sticking out, and then we've got the body. So we're going to put the ears, the head onto the body. So popping that onto there, and then we've got the feet that are going to go underneath the body. So it's a really good way. I mean, if anyone doesn't have a Xyron, get yourself a Xyron as well, because they're a really good way. So you can see this one, like with the ears, is one that goes behind. Let's pop that on. So you can either have your hands down here, or if you want to raise them, should we have like quirky hands as if he's dancing? We can pop them up like that. And then his head back on. So I do love this one, Jo, because you can have a lot of fun with it. I mean, he really does look like he's having a little jig there. And then we've also got the his scarf, or her scarf, as we've done a pink. So I'm just going to pull that off and pop our scarf just here.
God, imagine how cute polar bears would be if they were white and pink.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, everyone would want them as pets, wouldn't they?
Oh, yeah.
That's the trouble. And then we put his heart on the belly.
I can't imagine having a polar. I think that could get a bit out of hand, Debbie. You know, a polar bear as a pet.
A polar bear as a pet.
Can you imagine?
They're all right if they
roaming around the kitchen downstairs.
It's okay if it stays as a pup, because they're so cute, aren't they, when they're little? Yeah. Everyone's
a micro polar.
I'm going to put the present in his hand there. And look how cute that is. So, shall we build a quick card? Have we got time just to pop our
please.
Card?
Deborah says, I'm always making up new words, apparently. I'm not sure that's correct. Are you, Debbie?
Well, no, I was just thinking the last word you said made you very discombobulated there, Jo.
Discombobulated, yeah. I am, Deborah. Yeah, I'm always making up new words. Well spotted. It's because I don't have a good grasp of the English language, you see. So I just I kind of just make it up as I go along. That's what happens.
Words are great, though, aren't they?
Words are great, yes.
They are really great. I mean, there is some amazing words out there. So when I was a little girl, I always used to love having a word of the week. So my mum used to pick a word that would be a word of the week, and we'd have to find out what it was. And I always remember telling us one week, she said the word was stroganoff.
Stroganoff?
Stroganoff.
I love a stroganoff.
I love a stroganoff too. So yeah, she used to do that. So and we used to love doing that, like finding out what words were about and what they were. And we'd go to school and ask the teacher, and she'd say, "Why do you want to know what stroganoff means?"
Apparently, when I was a kid, actually was my favourite word.
Actually.
Well, actually.
When
I was about 3 or 4, so. My mum couldn't say the word millennium. Well, she still can't say the word millennium. But it was very funny around I mean, of all the times to have been alive, at the turn of a new millennium was quite a funny time not to say. She used to say millennium, and she just couldn't get her head around it. And then we went on a day trip to the Millennium Dome, so you can imagine how fun that was with my mum that couldn't say millennium. But yeah, I don't think there's any other words. Aurora Borealis I struggle with a lot.
Yeah, you struggle with that one, don't you, Joe?
I do indeed.
Aurora
Are there any you
Borealis.
struggle with, Debbie?
Yes, and two. It's the simplest words that escape my mind.
Mary saying lately she's only been buying Crafter's Companion dies. She says the quality is superb, the designs are beautiful, and it's all reasonably priced, which it really is.
Yeah.
Julie saying that you could use these characters. These characters look like they can be used with the peekaboo dies too, which was a great way of using them.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's well spotted, because that's exactly, I think, when our design team come up with the knowledge and the power to create all these beautiful designs. They really do look at what they're going to go with that we've already had, or what they're going to come with when we've got them out coming in future. So many things they have to take into account. So what I am going to do is I've done a diorama card. So that's 2 pieces of card the same size, and then I've done 1.5 inches each side and just had that coming in. I should have popped this in first, but that will be fine. I can squeeze that in. So popping that onto the inside of our card, so that creates our centerpiece.
Awesome, lovely that.
Let me just bring this bit in. So I've already done one of our dies. So we've got Walking in a Winter, and then I've got my Wonderland here. And then what I have done is cut Wonderland again, but we've cut it in a pink. So I've used quite sort of very soft tones and colours on this, so you're probably not picking up too much of it because of the bright lights, but it's just really nice to have something quite contemporary and have something that maybe is lovely for a girly friend or a granddaughter or a young child. It's just going to be amazing. So what I'm then going to do, I've got an extra piece here that I've die cut to go on the outside, so we're going to just glue these ones into place. Let me use my bigger glue. I've not used Gloria today because we've not done any
Gloria.
We've not done any intricate gluing because I use the dotty tape pen.
Renee says when her youngest daughter was little, she would say animal as aminal, which was super cute. My cousin Dion, her favourite snack as a kid was a vinegar sandwich. That's what she would always ask for as a kid. I'll have a vinegar sandwich, but she used to call it Vigana. Can I have a Vigana sandwich?
My granddaughter said Vigana, yeah.
A Vigana sandwich, which was hilarious.
My son used to always call my dad, his granddad, Grangy, because he couldn't say granddad, so it was always Grangy. And actually, when he got older and he could say it, my dad was so disappointed that he wasn't a Grangy anymore. So I'm going to put the Wonderland at the bottom here, and then we're going to have our, where did I just put, there it is, right in here. Just going to pop our little polar bear on there. I mean, look how nice this is looking, Joe. And then really this one will go on the inside, and in fact I'm going to use some of our 3D glue gel to raise that in the centre. So popping that. Got a little bit of a blockage. Let me see if I can free that up. There we go.
And that 3D glue gel coming in that adhesive collection as well, along with the all-purpose tacky and both the tape runners as well. So if you want to grab that, it is in there for you, which is awesome. Don't forget again about the show that's coming up a little later. Myself and Debbie will be back again at 4 p.m. with you again. That's a gorgeous card, that.
Yeah, it's just soft and subtle and looks beautiful, doesn't it? So just a really nice way just to be able to get all those tones together. And don't forget, whatever you like in your colours, you're going to be able to make that card. You could do it in sort of golds and greens or reds and just so many different ways to use them. Just
absolutely
incredible.
8 different characters on the show for you. They're in 2 different collections as well. So let me just take you through the options that you've got. So the first one is the deer You've also got the snowman, you've got the Santa, and you've got the Robin. So that is option 1, £23.98 or £33.90. The second one is this option here. So in this one, you've got the polar bear, you've got the elf, there is the angel, and you've then got the penguin as well. So they're the different options that you've got. They're a lovely size, these, Debbie, as well. You know, they can just be an embellishment on a card, or maybe you could even build a scene with these if you wanted to.
Oh, totally. And in fact, I don't know where some of the other samples have gone, because we had some amazing samples where someone had built this, almost like this pyramid of a big snowball of all the penguins. So the penguins were all rolling and all up on top of each other. And they'd even done some penguins with the tops cut off with their bums sticking out. So it looked like they were in the snow. So if you can imagine it, because I haven't got the samples, so sorry to tease, but there's just so many different ways. And you'll have so much fun playing with them because they look incredible, and so much fun playing with the grandkids, the children, and maybe even die cutting some and giving them to schools, because they would be able to then do Christmas crafting with the kids at school. So many different things you can do. But actually, these are great for even adults. Adults are going to love these. Adults like cute cards. I mean, look at this, what is the collective word for snowmen?
A collection of snowmen?
Yeah, what's a
Ooh,
collection
I don't
of snowmen? But look at that. You can use all different ones, and all you need to do is either colour all their scarves differently or cut their scarves out separately. I love the snowman one because you're actually getting like the little robin as well. So you create the little robin, you're getting the sticks for his arms. Just looks amazing. Isn't it funny? We always tend to think of snowmen as they are snowmen, aren't they? Not snow women. And then we've got the robin. That's another great one. So if you like your more traditional, but you want it a bit cutesy, then you're going to be able to use that robin. The a
collective of snowmen is a melt.
A melt of snowman. That's really funny. Well, it makes sense, I suppose, because they all melt eventually. And then we've got that sassy reindeer, really, really cute. But if you do like your traditional Santa Claus, you've got that to be able to do it in. What I really adore about these is the fact that whatever you've got in your stash, whatever papers, whatever die cuts you've got, whatever embossing folders, you're going to be able to use these with all your different elements and create all these stunning cards. And we put these are all online. The shows are there to watch. You'll be able to see them. Doing something like this with your different colours. I love blues and purples together. They look really effective. The snowman, the penguin is so great because you've got a layer for his scarf underneath and the top to make it look like a stripy scarf, and just looks super cute. So really, really just go to town on all these designs. Make your robin look a little bit different. Make him, we've got a robin there, and then if I show you this one, that's got the robin that's sort of flying on the top. Two totally different cards, but they just look great. And then just one more with a couple of snowmen there, a snowman and a snow woman, I'm sure, saying Merry Christmas. So yeah, absolutely great.
Awesome. Diane says, Joe, can you ask Debbie when she's going to be doing her Facebook Lives again? Diane says she misses them, Debbie.
Well,
we're here now, so you can record this one and keep watching it back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do apologise because I should have put a post on my page. I haven't got a craft room at the moment. So I've just got some bits going on, and I will let you know in due course what's going to be happening with them. But I am going to be on Crafters TV a lot more and creating craft. So yeah, you'll still see me about. So don't worry about that.
You'll be able to get your fix of Debbie. Maybe you could go live at the house when you're there, Debbie. No crafting.
Oh yeah, we could do that.
Just some wine time.
Wine time with Joe and Debbie.
Absolutely.
I like that idea.
I think there would be lots of great gossiping going on there. There really would be. Right, I just want to quickly remind you of the creator card. It's an absolutely giveaway price, this. It really is. I've just changed those details for you. Here it is, $8.99 or $11.98 there, as you can see. Saving you £21 or $28. Right, a third of the stock of this has gone already. A lot of this is sat in baskets now at the moment as well. It is very, very busy on this. If you've got it in your basket, do think about checking it out. Amazing that you can make these incredible concept cards for such a small investment. Although it is a big A4 die set, it will go through the Gemini Junior for you as well. And the great thing is you can make wonderful diorama cards, you can make wonderful different seeds, you can even just add these elements, if you wish, onto things like your little card projects and bring them in on a whole host of different projects that you've got. A lot you can do with this one for a very small investment, Debbie.
Yeah, so much you can do with them. I adore Create Card dies because there is so much you can do with them. You get a lot of dies here for that incredible price. I'm shocked we've still got them, so I don't think they'll be around for long. So definitely go for these for $8.99 and $11.98 in the US is amazing, because what you're going to be able to do, if I just put my hand down here, you can see I've got that first layer along the top. Then if I go down to the next layer, we've got that layer of that carriage and the horse, and then the next layer we've got those houses in the background, and then we've got a next layer here, which I'm just going to pop my hand down there. It's all sort of been squashed together, but all those different layers and elements, because they don't have an outside cutting edge along the bottom, you're just going to be able to create sort of masterpieces, really, ones that are going to be able to sit on your mantelpiece and people to look at. People that open these, they are going to wonder how on earth you made that, because they look so beautiful. And use all your glitters on there, your snow on there, your fake snow. It's just going to look amazing. I adore them.
Really, really gorgeous. Lots that you're going to be able to do with those as well. Make sure you get it. Make sure you don't miss out on it. I've never seen those big, huge creator cards on a deal like that before. Remember, it should be $29.99 or $39.95. Today, you're saving £21 in the UK. You're saving $28 if you're in the US. And you can still use your Club Inspire discount on top of that as well, if you wish. Right, I want to remind you of a couple of things that have proven very busy so far on this masterclass show. Those embossing folders. Now, if you love embossing, don't go anywhere, because just in over an hour, myself and Debbie will be back with a craft house where there's going to be loads of different embossing styles for you to get stuck into. So you're going to use that. You can use that. You're going to be able to enjoy those then. We've also, I don't know what happened there. I think I had a bit of a brain fart there, I think, Debbie. I don't know where we went. $14.99 or $19.95 gets you these shaker cards just here. It's a half price deal. They should be $14.99 or $19.95 each. You get both of them for that amazing price that you can see there. Also, the adhesives, it's a real hero product, this one. You're getting the all-purpose, the tacky, you're getting the 3D glue gel, you're also going to get both styles of tape pen in there as well, $17.50 or $29, which is awesome. The sentiment stamps and dies, these are super busy, getting busier and busier on these actually as we move towards the end of the show. Debbie, actually, do you want to share with us a few of the brilliant things that you can do with these, Debbie? Is that all right?
I certainly would, because they are amazing. And this one I didn't show you earlier, but I want to show you this because how understated this is. Just a tag in the background and the stamps there, and completely just almost sort of white on white with just a touch of what's going on, and then just doing it maybe with some pattern papers that you've got in your stash. It just looks effective. So make them as simple as what you'd like, or you can go absolutely full throttle and put that really gorgeous background in them. Just really great ways of doing them. Again, this one is a really beautiful one, just making backgrounds with the stamps that you've got, and then putting your die and stamp in the middle. And then our one here, again making that diorama card, but you've created the whole thing here, being able to make it really pop out. I love the jolly one, just lots of different sort of ones. A couple more. This one's a very beautiful one. Just doing that in that lovely green tone and those baubles in the background. You don't have to use loads of stamps, but you have got some really great stamps to use.
You have, and what I love about them is they are so modern. You can fussy cut them out, you can layer them up. Also think about fussy cutting out the stamps that you've used as well and layering those up. Loads of different things you can do with them, from card projects to box frames as well. And they're really cost effective there. You're getting 9 different stamp and die collections within there for that amazing price of £47 or $60. The only way to get the stamps, you can't get the stamps on a multi-buy, I should say. If you want to get the words, they're available on a multi-buy for you, 2 for $14 or $18. £47 if you're in the UK. Club Inspire Platinum members, you'd get an extra £9.40 off of those. You get an extra $12 off if you're a Club Inspire Platinum member over in the US as well. Now, there is loads still to come here today. Do you want to give us a little bit of a sort of an amuse-bouche, a soupçon of what is going to be coming up for us in that later show today, Debbie?
Oh, just a soupçon. Do we really
Yes,
want
please.
to do that? Well, embossing all the way. We're going to show you techniques aplenty. We're going to be talking to the fabulous Alison. I'm sure she'll have some techniques to show us as well. But yeah, it's going to be pretty much a lot of embossing, which is what we all love to do because it's the main question that we get asked all the time for ideas for embossing. So it's just going to be a great one, Jo. And I'm really looking forward to it, especially with having Alison on the show. So first time I've been the actual demonstrator on the show here at Crafters TV.
It's going to be awesome. Make sure you join us just over an hour until we'll be back with you again. And Alison is going to be joining us as well, which will be absolutely awesome. So you can now, what's the time around the world? So East Coasters, it's 10 a.m. Get yourself some breakfast. West Coasters, 7 a.m. You probably definitely need to get some carbs in you. If you're here in the UK, maybe a bit of a late lunch, or it's Saturday, so why not a bit of afternoon tea? Whatever you're doing, make sure you get back to us here in an hour, and we will be journeying into the craft house. So we'll see you back here in an hour. Take care.